Oh my God! I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Roe v. Wade is finally has come to a brutal end. It's my man, lead attorney. We're gonna have him give us a little commentary. Very smart guy. Check out his channel. But yeah, I'm so happy, guys. This is a win for conservatives. We're taking back the House. Y'all see, we will unwoke this country. Absolutely.
Conjugate man says so smooth, you just gotta leave it in there, right? You can't pull out of the smooth cat. Now the Thundercat, I don't know. Apparently the brothers ain't pulling out the Thundercat either because there's so many abortions in the black community.
Hell
and
yeah.
Judge Alito said this. Judge Alito called it out.
Oh, well, 50 million.
Like, I don't know what these African Americans are doing.
1,200 babies, black babies being aborted a day.
This is being aborted. We're going to get into it, guys. Let me just get a couple more of these right quick. Shout out to Maggie, the substitute teacher, says, no comment on this topic, but because of your teaching, I am designing Maggie merch and planning a Maggie meetup. Awesome. I don't even have merch. You guys are surpassing me. Shout out to Maggie, always doing great work over there.
Oh, forgive my
channel.
hair, guys. I gotta get it all touched up. My wife,
great food. If one of the mods got the link to her.
Don't worry about it.
Thank you so much. So I am going to get to it. Thank you again so much, Maggie. And everybody check out her meetup. Might have to go to that, especially going to be some fried apples. All right. Shout out to Maggie. Let's get into it, guys. Let's see what we're talking about. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Now, this is the opinion piece from Politico, and you read it right here. Supreme Court has voted to overturn abortion rights. Opinion shows.
Oh, yes.
Like, get ready.
Yes.
They're absolutely ready, right? What does it say? This is a quote. This is a quote from the opinion that the Supreme Court drafted. We hold that Roe and Casey must be overruled.
Oh my God! Yes.
God, I mean, we're in history now.
Yes, we are.
I never really thought this day would come. You know, I was always assuming, okay, it's kind of a, you know, the way that they put
under
it
Joe Biden's administration too. Ironically,
because let's be honest, the right to an abortion is not in the Constitution.
It's not.
But it's become a part, you know, of all of our.
It was illegal.
Of all of our combined history, you know, especially
it's unconstitutional.
If you're on the younger side, you just grew up with this. You just assume, okay, you can just abort, right?
Pretty much.
What does the Supreme Court say? It is time to heed the Constitution.
Oh yeah, baby.
And return the issue of abortion to the people's elected representatives.
Yes, baby.
Now,
yes. Yes.
Listen, they have voted to overturn Roe v. Wade. Does that mean that abortions will be illegal? No, that's not what it means. What does it mean? It means that each state can decide how they want to have their abortion laws, right? Georgia can say, okay, well, we're down here in Georgia, we're going to do this. Okay?
And I'm in Michigan,
We've talked with all of our constituents.
Still going to be abortions here, for sure.
Up there in Augusta. We talked to them down in Valdosta. We talked to them in Columbus. We talked to them in Ringo. We talked to them in Americus. And we're going to be reasonable about this. We've talked to everybody in the state. So we've decided no more abortions.
Oh yeah, baby. Give them some love. Give them some love. Give them some love.
Georgia's gonna have their laws. You know, who knows what we're gonna decide down here in Georgia. Texas is gonna have its laws. California.
This should be a win for the black community. This should be a win for y'all. This should be a win,
right? But then I don't really know what the I know California.
Prior to 1960s. Hold up. Prior to 1965, the abortion rate was extraordinarily low in the black community. I mean, come on. This is virtually unheard of before the sexual revolution movement. So come on.
It's going to work what they're going to vote on, right? New York is going to have its own thing. Chicago, Illinois, they're going to have their own thing. Texas, Florida, who the hell knows what Florida's going to do? Florida's conservative as hell, though. Florida's changed.
Florida's great.
Florida, they wild out down there.
They're doing their thing.
So it's
Ron DeSantis is the guy.
Of each state, right? This is super interesting. Let's get back to it, right? So, what does the Supreme Court say? It is time to heed the Constitution and return the issue of abortion
Oh,
to the
yes.
people's elected
Put it back in the hands of the
representatives. All right.
people.
Says
Yes.
deliberations on controversial cases in the past have been fluid.
Yep.
Justices can and
Arbitrary.
sometimes do change their votes
Yep.
as draft opinions circulate, and majority opinions can be subject to multiple drafts and vote trading. Sometimes days before a decision is unveiled. The court's holding will not be final until it is published, likely in the next 2 months. This is important, guys. This is important. What has happened? They've started the vote. They've taken the initial vote. The justices, 9 justices, and they've come out with, we're overturning Roe v. Wade.
Kill it.
But
Kill it.
this is just the initial vote. They're going to release their opinion, their final opinion, in 2 months. Now, I don't know if y'all know how the Supreme Court works. It's really interesting. You know, they'll sit around, they'll get the case and they'll argue the case. The case will be argued, and then they'll go back and deliberate. And they'll say, okay, how everybody raise their hand, like, how do you guys feel about this? And they'll go around the room. My con law teacher was a intern for one of the Supreme Court justices, right? So he explained it all to us. And, you know, they'll go around and they'll take each other's temperature and see how they feel. But they have months to make a decision. And there's so much politicking. You guys don't know this. There's so much politicking in the court itself. And everybody's trying to get the other justices on his side or her side. So if I am on the Supreme Court,
Break it down.
the chief of the Supreme Court will assign a person to draft the majority opinion. There are two basic sides, two basic types of opinions in an opinion. Like there's the majority and then there's the dissent, right? Those are the two main ones. The majority is giving the order of the court. This is going to be the law. And so the majority opinion has stated Roe v. Wade is overturned.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the majority opinion
I just love hearing that,
now,
man.
there's a dissent. The
It's a
dissent
miracle.
is the other side. The dissent is like, hey, we might have lost, but we're going to tell you how we feel.
Oh, yeah.
Facts don't
We're
care
going to
about
tell
your
you
feelings.
why the
Talk to 'em.
majority is wrong. We're not just going to, fine, the majority wins, but we're not happy about it. We don't go along with this BS. And I'm going to write 10 pages. I'm going to write 30 pages. I'm going to write 50 pages explaining to you why the dissent is right. Now, this article or this opinion, I can read it to you. It's 98 pages long. So I ain't reading it to you.
Jesus.
But it's
It's
already
insane.
out. It's been leaked. And usually these leaks don't come out like this. Everybody's like, how the hell did people get a copy of this? Right? It's super interesting. But what I was saying is, guys, it's super political. So let's say I'm on the Supreme Court, right? And, Maggie is also on the Supreme Court. So I'm going to go to Maggie and be like, hey, Maggie, I feel this way. How do you feel? And Maggie's like, I don't know, Lee. And I'm like, no, Maggie, you're wrong. This is why you need to agree with me. You agree with me and you sign on to what I'm going to say, right? You sign on to what I'm going to say. And then I'm going to go to KMP. Shout out to KMP. The new, I just seen him, the new sponsor of this stream. I always say the sponsor, guys, is the one who gives the biggest super chat. I'm gonna pull him up in a second. My man KMP hit me with the $100. So I go to KMP. I say, hey, KMP, guess what? Me and Maggie are on the same page. Now, Maggie ain't really telling me she's on the same page. But I go to KMP. I'm like, hey, you don't want to be off on your own. You need to come with me and Maggie. And he was like, I was kind of, leaning on the other side. And I said, no, let me take you out to dinner.
Oh, man.
Why don't you come over to the house and I'll have the wife cook us up some steaks and I'll take them out on the patio. We could eat out there. And I'll tell you, there's politicking that they click off.
That's heavy.
And everybody wants everybody to agree with them. There's so much behind the scenes. I could go into it, but I know you guys want to read this article. But it's super interesting how the Supreme Court works. Everybody's trying to get the other people to side with them. And then it's like for the dissent,
how objective
the
he
dissent will
is.
say,
He has a really-
I'll go up to Needs Watches and I'll be like, Needs,
He has a really objective perspective about it all. I like that.
do you listen? Do you see this bullshit? And he's like, yeah, I don't agree with it either. I was like, yeah, we don't agree. I'm going to write a dissent. You should sign on to what I say. Co-sign my dissent. Needs watches might say, no, I'm not going to co-sign it. I'm going to be like, what? Needs watches like, listen, I don't agree with them, but I don't agree with you either. So you write your dissent. I'm going to write my dissent. That, boy. So there's going to be there can be multiple dissents. Or I could go to AV like and then be like, AV, do you agree with me? She's like, well, I agree with what the result is, but I don't agree with your reasoning. So I'm not going to sign on to what you say. I'm going to concur.
Right.
I'm going to concur and write my own opinion. I agree with the result. I agree that there shouldn't be abortion, or I agree that there should be abortion, but I have my own reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to tell the American public my own reasons. So I'm not going to sign off on the majority opinion, even though I think the result is right, but I don't agree with the legal analysis. So I'm going to write my concurring opinion, saying that I concur with the result. I agree with the result, but I have my own reasons as to why.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody is politicking to try to get other people in their camp so they look like they have a bigger, stronger argument, right? It's so much politicking. It's interesting. Shout out to Condemnia. To Condemnia, is that great? He says it sounds messy. It's messy as hell.
It is messy as
hell. And they will be fighting back there. They will be screaming at each other back there.
Pontificating all night.
You see all these old people and you think, oh, they're just all in agreement. It's like they're fist fighting back there, especially in big cases. They want everybody to be on their side in big cases. So, what they want is I'm on the Supreme Court and I go to Condemnia. I'm like, Condemnia, you agree with me, right? Condemnia's like, yeah, man, just sign my name to it. I could whatever you say, lead. I'm like, see, this is why Condemnia's up, man. This is why he's the man.
All right.
So that's what they want. They want everybody to sign on to what they say.
All right, guys. So look, I just want to get a little analysis from the lead attorney. I think it was pretty good. So, but this thing is going to be, it's just in its beginning stages. So everybody keep an eye on it. My personal opinion, I think this is an absolute perfect. I think this is an absolute win for the Black community. Absolutely. I just think this is the direction in which we need to be going. Come on. Abortions are crazy. They're rampant in the Black community. Now, this will be an incentive as for perhaps maybe us to restore some morality back into our so-called community. And honestly, I don't even think it's a community today. When you think of Black community, that's not, think about it. Jewish community, you got the Asian community. Black community, is no cohesion in the Black community. We all kind of atomized and separated, doing our own thing. So, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely think this is a step in the right direction. Like, comment, subscribe, everybody. I will be following this closely. If you want the merch or you just want to be unwoke, just follow me. Show me some love. You know what I'm saying? I'm struggling out here. I need all the support I can get. I really do. I've been doing YouTube for about a year now. So, just give me some love. All right, everybody. Let's give another round of applause for the big win here. Come on, baby. This is what we need. This is what we need, baby. Conservatives. Yes. Thank you, God. All right, baby.